Hello, and welcome to Day 3 of Advent of Cyber. Today's challenge is called Nothing Escapes Detective McRed, so let's go over to TrackMe and let's start this. So, the story is, as the elves are trying to recover the compromised SantaGift.shop website, Elf Recon McRed is trying to figure out how it was compromised in the first place. Can you help him in gathering open source information against the website? So the learning objectives for this challenge are that you'll find out what OSINT is and what techniques can extract useful information against a website or target. You can use stalks to find specific information on the Google search engine. You can extract hidden directories through the robots.txt file. You can do a whois lookup to find out who the domain owner is. You can search data from hacked databases, and you can acquire sensitive information from publicly available GitHub repos. So OSINT is gathering and analyzing publicly available data for intelligence purposes, which includes information collected from the internet, mass media, specialist journalists, and research photos and geospatial information. The information can be accessed via the internet, indexed by search engines, closed forums which aren't indexed by search engines, and even the deep and dark web. People tend to leave much information on the internet that is publicly available and later on results in impersonation, identity theft, etc. So one OSINT technique is known as Google Dorks. Google Dorking involves using specialist search terms and advanced search operators to find results that are not usually displayed using regular search terms. You can use them to search specific file types, cached versions of a particular website, websites containing specific text, etc. Bad actors widely use it to locate website configuration files and loopholes left due to bad coding practices. Some of the widely used Google Dorks are mentioned below. INURL searches for a specific text in all index URLs, for example, INURL hacking, or fetch all URLs containing the word hacking. File type searches for specific file extensions, for example, file type PDF, then in quotes hacking, or bring all PDF files containing the word hacking. Site searches all the index URLs for a specific domain, for example, site:/tryhackme.com, or bring all the index URLs from tryhackme.com. And cache, get the latest cache version by the Google search engine, for example, cache:/tryhackme.com. For example, you can use the dork site:/github.com, then quotes db_password to search only in GitHub, look for the string db password, which is possible database credentials. There is a Try Hack Me room in this URL here, if you're wanting to learn more about Google Dorking. So in this example with the searching on GitHub for database passwords, all the Google search results are GitHub pages where it has database passwords. So in this example, this repository has the database user credentials. You can see a db_user nitro and password nitro. So whois lookup, whois database stores public domain information such as registrant, the domain owner, administrative, billing, and technical contacts in a centralized database. The database is publicly available for people to search against any domain and enables acquiring personally identifiable information, PII, against a company, like an email address, mobile number, etc. Bad actors can later on use this information for profiling, spear phishing campaigns, which is targeting selected individuals. And nowadays, registrars offer domain privacy options that allow users to keep their whois information private from the general public and only accessible to certain entities like designated registrars. Many websites allow checking the whois information against the web. For example, you can check whois information on github.com through this website, which is right here. So if you go to it, whois./github.com, we can see all information about github.com. So if we go back here, so robots.txt. The robots.txt is a publicly accessible file created by the website administrator and intended for search engines to allow or disallow indexing of the website's URLs. All websites have their robots.txt file directly accessible through the domain's main URL. It is a kind of communication mechanism between websites and search engine crawlers. Since the file is publicly accessible, it doesn't mean anyone can edit or modify it. You can access robots.txt by simply appending robots.txt at the end of the URL. So below here is Google's example for robots.txt. In this box it's showing directory locations which are disallowed by search engines, and that's kind of a good indication as to where you can look at for if there's any private information you could access. So we can see that Google has allowed and disallowed specific URLs for web scrapers and search engines. The disallow parameter helps bad actors identify sensitive directories that can be manually accessed and exploited, like the admin page, logs, folder, etc. Breach database search. Major social media and tech giants have suffered data breaches in the past. As a result, the leaked data is publicly available and most of the time contains PII. like usernames, email addresses, mobile numbers, and even passwords. Users may use the same password on all websites. That enables bad actors to reuse the same password against a user on a different platform for a complete account takeover. Many web services offer to check if your email address or phone number is leaked in a database. So the website Have I Been Pwned? You can go to it, you can enter your email address, and it'll tell you if your email address is found in any hacked database breaches. Elf Recon McRed tried to run all email addresses of the Santa Gift Shop website to identify any leakage, and gladly no data breach was found. So for searching GitHub repos, GitHub is used by developers to host their code through version control. A developer can create multiple repositories and set the privacy settings as well. A common flaw by developers is that the privacy of the repository is set to public, which means anyone can access it. These repositories contain complete source code and most of the time include passwords, access tokens, etc. McRed, the Recon Master, searched various terms on GitHub to find something useful like Santa Gift Shop, Santa Give, Santa Shop, etc. Luckily, one of the terms worked and he found the website's complete source code publicly available through OSINT. So that's the story behind today's challenge, so let's get started. So what is the name of the registrar for the domain santagift.shop? So that would be a whois lookup, so let's go to that website. So we go here, who.is, and we'll grab the domain. We will then search for it, and we are looking for the registrar, which is Namecheap Inc. So that's the first question. So find the website's source code on GitHub and open the file containing sensitive credentials. Can you find the flag? So it's saying that one of these were found. We'll grab the name here, we'll search GitHub for Santa Gift Shop, we will search GitHub for Santa Gift, then we'll search for GitHub Santa Shop. This looks like it might be it. We can see here flag THM OSINT works. So we'll submit that, and that's worked. So what is the name of the file containing passwords? So if we go back to the repo, let's take a look at what files are in this directory. Config.php sounds like it might have it. Yeah, so we can see here, it's got a bunch of username and passwords, I think. Oh yeah, DB password is Santa 2022. So the file name is config.php. What is the name of the QA server associated with the website? Is that part of here? Ah, here it is, qa.santagift.shop. So we will submit that. So what is the database password being reused between the QA and prod environments? That was Santa 2022. So we can submit that. So if you're wanting to learn more about Google Dorking and TryHackMe, there's a room here, which is tryhackme.com/room/Google Dorking. And that is day 3 of TryHackMe's Advent of Cyber completed. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more videos I do for Advent of Cyber 2022.